So I read an article today that was pretty problematic, saying that those who believe in the Bernie or bust movement are we're privileged in the sense that we can afford a Trump presidency over a Hillary one, and which is a little upsetting to me because the last time I checked, Trump, as much as he's been involved in funding political campaigns, he's not necessarily been a direct influence on international relations in regards to waging wars, funding weaponry given to eventually turn terrorist groups, you know, saying that war will be a business, war is a good business to get into from a financial standpoint, like Hillary Clinton did. It's just baffling to me because there are people who really believe that a Trump presidency is more dangerous than a Hillary presidency. The difference between Trump and Hillary is Trump uses mere rhetoric to play on the emotional appeal of voters because he just likes power and he loves the attention that he gets. Unfortunately, he's not smart enough to get the attention of the people who are Bernie supporters or very liberal or progressive supporters. So he uses rhetoric that appeals to the, I don't want to say less educated side, but people who don't tend to go to college, people who are more of the white working class American, people who have been afflicted by certain issues that have been scapegoated as the main causes of a lot of the problems in America. Hillary, on the other hand, she doesn't use any of that rhetoric, even though her policies have reflected exactly what a lot of Trump has said. For example, we don't have to wonder if Trump likes black people or doesn't like black people. Hillary has already waged war on the black community. The prison system, the super predator comments, the legislation that she advocated for when her husband was in office, that eventually ended up causing most of the plight in America for black people in the last 20 years. The freaking saxophone incident from when Bill Clinton played on Arsenio Hall, and that's probably the most expensive saxophone in history because it's literally caused most of the problems for the black community in the last 2 decades. We don't have to wonder if Hillary Clinton will start a war. If you all recall, Hillary Clinton advocated strongly for the conflict in Iraq because she literally said in the video that we need to start looking at Iraq as a business opportunity, right? So we don't have to wonder what she'll do. She's already told us that she'll do it. And not only did she tell us we'll do it, she advocated for it and was one of the people who were instrumental in getting that legislation passed. We don't have to wonder if Hillary supports or doesn't support gay rights because up until recently, she actively came out and said that she was against gay rights. And then whenever the issue became politicized and it depended on her career, she said that, now I'm okay with gay rights as long as there's some type of man and woman situation if there's a kid involved. Like, kind of nonsense is that? That's via her email. We don't have to wonder if she can, if she can keep a secret, because we know damn well she can't, via her email situation. We don't have to, there's so much that we don't have to wonder with Hillary because it's already happened. These are things that you can look up. With Trump, he uses a lot of rhetoric, but he doesn't have a plan on how he is going to implement anything, nor does he have the political clout around the country and around the world to get half of the things he wants done. However, we know for a fact that Hillary does indeed have a political clout. She has a connection, she has the network, and she has the know-how to get things done that should never be done because she's already done it. To say that voting Bernie or bust is a privilege that most of us have is hilarious to me because most of the people who say that are privileged themselves. There's one thing that Trump may be saying that they're scared might affect the one part of their life that is going pretty well at the moment. However, those who are Bernie or bust, at one point of in our lives or to this very day, we can't afford incremental change. We can't afford to face the fact that if Hillary Clinton gets elected, with all this election fraud, with all the implementation of plans into another person's campaign, with paid off people in Bernie Sanders' campaign. I mean, with all of this going on, this isn't a matter of Trump or Hillary Clinton winning office, ladies and gentlemen. This is the matter of the survival of democracy or the death of it. So to say that you're not Bernie or bust is an inherent privilege, because there are those of us who've dealt with race relations our entire life. There are those of us who know people have been funneled through the prison system for the sake of someone else's financial gain. There are those of us who have felt the force of war for profit. There are those of us who have felt the effects of fracking for profit. There are those of us who have lost jobs because of unethical business practices for profit. And the list goes on. So if you are not Bernie and bust, then it's very obvious that you are privileged enough to have something to lose, because the rest of us do not. So the threat of a Trump presidency pales in comparison for us to more of the same in the maintaining of the status quo.